Good morning everyone. Today I am up on the North Yorkshire moors, just parked near a little village called Levisham. And if you know your areas in the North Yorkshire moors, you might have an idea of where we're going. Of course you probably have an idea of where we're going because you've already read the title of this video. So I won't keep it a suspense. We're going up to the whole of Hawkcum, which I've wanted to come up here for quite a while. Let's get up there and have a really good day. We couldn't have picked better weather. I'm so glad to be up here. I was umming and ahhing about whether or not to come here or to go somewhere else today, but I made the right choice and we're being rewarded. So let's crack on with a walk. We're nearly at the good bit, coming off the track. So the whole of Hawkcum itself actually gets its name from an old story in which a giant called Wade had an argument with his wife and threw a load of dirt. He just picked up some dirt and chucked it at her, which I absolutely love. To think that someone saw all of this and just went, yeah, that was the giant. They picked up some dirt and chucked it at the wife because they were having an argument. It's brilliant, isn't it? I love stories like that. I just can't get over how quiet it is today. This is incredible. I'm blown away by this. Usually any time I've been up here, you're constantly walking past people. There's just endless groups of people because it's quite a big tourist spot. But today, not a one. Let's hope it stays that way. Love it like this. You know what, it's such a lovely day. It's even too warm for the old beanie hat, so I'm rocking a Secret Santa gift I got this year. Cheers, Tom. Makes it slightly less secret when you know who's got who, but it's the thought that counts, innit? A lady's just passed me jogging, which just makes you think, if you live near here and we're able to come up here and jog, God, what a view. That'd keep you motivated, wouldn't it? Maybe not on the wet and windy days, but days like today, spectacular. You couldn't pick a better place to come for a run. Every time I do those little walking shots, Poppy always turns around and looks at me like, what on earth are you doing? It's weird. To be fair, Pop, you're right. It is weird. But it fleshes out the video. It gives it a certain je ne sais quoi, you know? So she'll just have to get used to it. You going in, Pop? Go on in. Go on, in you go. Go on. Go on in. That forest over there, for interested viewers, is the forest where I filmed my best view in Yorkshire video. The valley just over there is where the train runs from Pickering to Whitby, which has been used in several different films, including the Harry Potter films. That's the Hogwarts Express, guys. I know I keep saying it, but what a beautiful day to be up here, honestly. I mean, it's the moors. You time it wrong and it can be a nightmare being up here. But today, spectacular. Oh, love it. So, this is about the first proper big view of the whole of Hawkcam. Are you ready? Beautiful, isn't it? Supposedly all these grooves then are where the giant grabbed the earth to throw it at his wife. So just over there we've got some Bronze Age burial grounds, which is quite interesting. History in tiny drops, teeny tiny drops. Hi RAF Fylingdales. They're really going to think I'm being weird now, aren't they? The amount of walks I've done round here. So the car park is just over there if you want to come up and pay, but I didn't. And on the other side of all these trees is Dalby Forest and Langdale Forest. And then down there in that little valley over yonder is best view in Yorkshire. Just to give you some context. Well, it looks like we're about to lose the sunlight to the clouds, so perfect time for us to descend into the hall itself and finish off the walk. Looks like we made it down just in time. The wind's picked up quite a bit. Sun still keeps peeking out every now and then, so it's not too bad. Not particularly cold today actually. I'm quite surprised by. So we've done the first half of it really. The second half involves going through the valley, walking through a little forest which is really beautiful, and then ending up back at Levisham, where hopefully the pub will have opened by now. Oh, imagine having that as a little cottage. I'd like that. My goal, in case you haven't realised, is to live somewhere that is needlessly remote. It just takes people ages to get there, so I can just live out my days away from society. That'd be nice. It is actually a little house. I want it. Stop. I tell you what, if the legends are true, then Gale the Giant had massive hands. Look how big this gorge is. Certainly makes for a change of scenery down here. It's beautiful, but quite difficult to walk on because it's all on a slight wonk. Oh, it's calmed down a bit now with that wind, so it's nice and peaceful down here again. I think we're probably 3/4 of the way done. I don't think the last bit's that long, but we'll be steadily heading back up onto the top via a little forest, and then we'll be in Levisham. This is really interesting. A lot of these trees have spray paint on. No, a lot of these trees look like they're bleeding. Wonder why. Wonder what causes that. Usually that kind of orange you'd think is copper. Wonder if it's something like that. Just makes this area look like it's dying a little bit. Look. It's like that bit in the Lord of the Rings where they're getting near Sauron's domain, but but not quite there yet, so everything's just kind of like suffering because of it. It looks stunning at least. One of the reasons that I love Levisham is just because of how remote it is. So, for example, the way you get there, go down that road, down into the valley, and up onto this side, which on a snowy, icy day isn't happening. And the only other way is to go through the other side, through a valley, through a forest that you need a key for. So if you live here, you live here. You don't really get out that much, especially not in the winter. And I just love that. Absolutely incredible. Just makes the place that more special. Feels like a secret, even just knowing it exists. Hey, just when you thought you were nearly there, surprise hill and surprise deer. Surprises all around. Some more wanted than others. Because as we all know, what comes down must eventually go off. We're nearly back at Levisham now, so I thought I'd say my farewells now before we get there, and then I get people watching me. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, if you're subscribed, thank you. If you're not, what are you doing? Get subscribed. It costs you now. Oop. And you get to see me nearly get my hat knocked off by a tree. Ooh, God. I'm just getting caught on everything. Please do consider sharing this with your family, with your friends. Share it with your enemies as well. It might make a really weird tactic to scare them. You never know, because they'll be like, is he sharing this with me because he likes me or because he hates me? Yeah, see? Mind games. So we've got up the hill, and now comes the reward. Levisham, as promised. God, how beautiful is this? Right there at the end, that's our final destination, the pub. So that's us done today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.